the whole city, series cigars and citrus 7s, black cement 3s, 4s, the hairs and bread 11s. No doubt that I'll be wearing some fire at any sighting. With these Dorenbecker 5s, you can see me in any lighting. It's exciting, I'll be flexing to the coldest degree.
What's up, everybody? It's Sneakerhead M-Checks. I just picked up a pair of these Georgetown Jordan 1s. They came out in certain parts of Asia last month, but they're scheduled to release over here in the US Saturday, April 2nd. So y'all know the deal. As usual, we're going to take a close detailed look at the shoe from all angles. After that, I'm going to share my opinion on the shoe, and then I'm going to discuss release and reselling predictions and all that stuff. So let's get right to it.
They come in this red and black ones box. Here's the box label. Retail is going to be $200 USD. So inside they have this wax paper with Jumpman, 23s, and Wings logos on it. Now each shoe comes individually wrapped in this white paper. So this is the paper that the left shoe is wrapped in. And here the right shoe is still wrapped. Not factory wrapped, but neither than I would have rewrapped them if I would have unwrapped them prior to this video. So I wanted to wait until now to unwrap them on camera. Now since we have them here like this, let's do a quick all-around view of the shoe. Alright, now let's get up close.
I always like how they made this toe part where the navy is thicker on the 85 cut retro ones. And these have discoloration on the tongue to give them a vintage look. Personally, I think they should have just left it white. I would have liked that better, but let me know what y'all think. Do y'all think the vintage tongue was fire or better? Or do y'all think they should have just went with a plain white tongue? Let me know what you would have preferred. The leather qualities is pretty much what I would have expected. It's pretty good, nothing crazy, nothing out of the ordinary. They come with this tag that they put on all the 85 cut retro ones. Has Jordan on the front, Duncan in the black toes. And then here on the inside, it pretty much breaks down the entire shoe and just explains the comfort and performance benefits. You'll notice over here that it says Air Jordan High. And that's because these initially, when they first made the Jordan 1, they were not called the Jordan 1. It was just called the Air Jordan, and because this is a high top shoe, that's why they called this Air Jordan High. I don't know exactly when the Jordan 1 finally got the nickname Jordan 1, but I know initially for years it was just called the Air Jordan. And I think once they made like 2s and 3s and 4s and stuff, they started calling them by the year. So I believe the 1s was like Air Jordan 85 or Air Jordan 1985, and the 2s was 86 and so on. Right over here it explains the sole and how that's made. And then over here they just explain everything else, from the collar, the straps, the laces, and just everything else. So it's pretty interesting and educational. And they also come with an extra pair of navy laces. So as I mentioned before, these did come out in Asia already, which is where this pair came from. And ones released over there come with this tag. You see the, I believe that's Chinese writing on it. So obviously the pairs that we get in the US on April 2nd will not have this. But that's why this is on there. Now the collars on these are OD stiff. I don't even know why, but they are. And that's the back. The back side of the tongue is really discolored. It's a lot heavier than it is from the front. And the interior is gray. Insoles are white with navy Nike Air logos. And they also have this little information sticker down here that they have on all the 85 cut retro ones. Very minor detail, but I always liked how the stars were on the 85 cut ones. They're a lot smaller. Well, not a lot smaller, but they're significantly smaller than the stars usually are on ones. And I don't know, it just looks cool to me. But like I said, it's a real minor detail. But here the soles, they're just plain navy.
I like these, but at the same time, they don't really excite me, if that makes sense. I know that's pretty contradictory, but I don't know. Don't get me wrong, it's a nice shoe. Quality's pretty good. Can't go wrong with the colorway. It's a Georgetown colorway. But they just don't have that, yo, I need them. You know what I mean? Like, they don't really give me that feeling that certain shoes give me. At the end of the day, if you didn't already know, I'm a huge Allen Iverson fan. So I feel like almost obligated to get these just to go with the jersey. I mean, as you can see, it goes perfect. But, like, I really hate to just get a shoe that I don't really like that just to go with one jersey. I mean, there's plenty of other sneakers I could wear with this jersey. I could actually wear Midnights. I wear the Cool Grays or Concords, because Iverson himself actually played in the Concords. You know, when he was at Georgetown, he used to play in the Concords. So I like wearing the Concords with this for that reason. Cool Grays matches a little better. Cool Grays a nice vibe for this. And, you know, of course, this is a better match. You know, the name goes hand in hand, but, you know, I do like the Cool Grays and the Concords, and the Midnight 6 is better than these. So that's a different story. But I don't know, man. I mean, how can I not get the Georgetown ones? Like, it's bad enough I didn't get the Georgetown 11s. Wasn't really a big fan of those. Didn't get the Georgetown 3s. See, the thing about the Georgetown 3s was, I low-key always wanted the player-exclusive Georgetown 3s with the logo one. And I don't even like those that much to pay, you know, $5,000, $6,000 or whatever they're going for right now. But that logo on them is really tough. And if I did have to choose a Georgetown shoe, I'd probably choose one of them that have the logo on it, just because I like the logo and the exclusiveness of the player exclusive. But because of that reason, it kind of like turned me off for the Georgetown 3s. Not really turned me off, but I was just like, I don't know if I really need those. You know, I got plenty of shoes to match the Georgetown apparel, and then, you know, one day when you really get the bag, you can get the player exclusive. That's how I was thinking about it. So I never got the 11s. I never got the 3s. Didn't get the Georgetown Dunks. You know, I actually got a pair of those. I ended up reselling them. So now we got these. And I mean, am I really about to pass on another Georgetown colorway? Maybe. I don't know. But these are nice. I really do wish that they would have scratched the whole vintage tongue thing. But, you know, it's not a big deal. If I do get these and I wear them, the laces are going to cover the tongue, and I'm barely going to see that. So I'm kind of up in the air if I want to keep these or not. I'm going to keep thinking about it. But as of right now, I don't know. Market value on these is around like $375, $400, depending on what size you're looking at. And I feel like they'll maintain that value up to a release date, and then even after that. I could see them possibly going down to around like maybe like $350 or something like that, but I don't really think they'll get any lower than that. I could be wrong, because there's not a ton of hype around them, and I just finished telling y'all in my last video how Jordan 1s aren't really what they used to be as far as hype and resale value and stuff. And not to mention how really bad Georgetown record is this year. They really picked a not good time to make a Georgetown Jordan. You know, I feel like most people who are getting these don't really care about Georgetown basketball's actual record, but, you know, they could have waited till they was like a top team. But anyway, I think these will be a good long-term hold, especially because they're a college colorway. And like I just said, Georgetown record is bad now, but like, let's just say 4 or 5 years from now, they might have one of the best teams in the NCAA. If they got one of the best teams, you know, a lot of people are going to be talking about them, and people are going to be looking for shoes like these, the 11s, the 3s, the Dunks, whatever. But usually a theme like that will definitely encourage that price to go up. I don't know how much, and I don't know when that's going to be, because I feel like that could and most likely will take years to happen. If it were me reselling these, I would just let them go right away. Retail's $200. Even if you got to pay taxes and shipping fees, that's a great amount of profit right away. The reason I really don't think that these will go up that quick in value is because I'm looking at the neutral grays that came out last year. Those have been out for a year, and the value on them hasn't really changed at all. They actually went down a little bit after releasing, and they've just stayed at that like $400 to $450 price range for the past, like, I don't know. And that's the OG colorway. So with these not being an OG colorway, you know, the colorway on them is still cool, but they don't have that significance that the neutral grays have. And if those haven't gone up in a year, I'm sure at some point, you know, they are going to go up. But those are supposed to be real limited. I forgot how many pairs they allegedly made, but it was not supposed to be a lot of pairs of those made. And if they're sitting at the same price a year later, I really don't think these will do any better. One thing about these is, like, I don't want to sound like I'm hating on them, because I'm not, but I kind of don't understand, like, why they released these. I know that sounds crazy. Like, I promise y'all I'm not hating. Obviously, I'm not. You know, this is my favorite all-time player at school, so I would not be hating that Jordan made a pair of sneakers for them. But they started this 85 cut Jordan 1 thing with the reverse breads. So that was the OG sample colorway. Then they did the new beginnings. And even though it's not an OG colorway, the package itself with the airships, it represents Jordan's rookie season. Then you have the neutral grays. That's an OG colorway. So I don't know what I was really expecting this year.
I've been telling people for a while that we was eventually going to get Breads, Chicagos, and Black Toes, Royals, basically all the OG 1 colorways at some point, because I noticed a pattern with this 85 cut Jordan 1s thing. So to kind of just throw a new colorway in the middle that doesn't really have any significance to, you know, the 84, 85 season, kind of just confuses me, because I really thought they was on this. I thought they was going to throw, you know, a couple samples out there, then an OG colorway, then maybe another sample, you know, something like that. But these are just like an outlier. So I was kind of confused as to why they made these. I'm not complaining about it, but good luck to everybody that's trying to cop a pair of these to wear. If you're still watching this video at this point, I really appreciate you, and I'm wishing you the best of luck in getting them in your size for retail. If this video was helpful or informative in any way, I really appreciate if you gave it a thumbs up. Also, if you're interested in more early reviews and other sneaker related content, do us both a favor and subscribe to my channel. Just make sure you tap that little bell icon next to the subscribe button and select all. That way you'll get notified when I put a new video out and you won't miss out on anything. Thank you all for watching. Everybody, please stay safe and healthy out there, and I'll see you next time.